So here the given random experiment is a coin is tossed thrice. A coin is tossed thrice, 3 times. Okay, so first, so here we have to find P of E by F. Uh, means P of E given F. P of E given F has happened. So that we have to find for each of these three parts. So here the first event E, that is defined as head on the third toss. Head on the third toss. So therefore the event E is the set of the outcomes which are head, head, head I can take, and tail, tail, head I can take, or tail, head, tail, tail, head, head I can take, and head, tail, head I can take. So these are the 4 outcomes for the event E. And then the event F is defined as heads on the first 2 tosses. So it means it will consist of the outcomes head on the first 2, that is head, head, head I can take, and head, head, tail also I can take. So these are the 2 outcomes in the event F. So therefore first we have to find P of E by F. So that will be obviously P of E intersection F divided by P of F. So therefore here the probability of F, that is obviously the number of outcomes in the event F divided by the total number of outcomes, which is the number of outcomes in the sample space. Here the sample space is obviously, it has got 8 outcomes, which are head, 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 and head, head, tail, and then head, tail, head, and then tail, head, head, and then tail, tail, head, tail, head, tail, and then head, tail, tail, and all 3 tails. So these are the 8 outcomes. So that will be the number of elements in the event F, that is 2, divided by the number of elements in the sample space, that is 8. So that is 1 by 4. And therefore the event E intersection F, it means it is the set of the common outcomes which are in this and this. So that would be so only head, 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 only one outcome is there, head, head, head. So therefore the probability of E intersection F, that is obviously 1 by 8. So therefore the probability of E intersection F, that would be equal to 1 by 8 divided by 1 by 4. So that would be 4 by 8. So that is 1 by 2. So this is the answer of the first part. And then in the second part, it has been told the event E is defined as at least 2 heads. So therefore the event E will contain the outcomes. 2 heads means at least 2 heads. I can get all 3 heads also. Then head, head, tail. I can get head, tail, head, or I can get tail, head, head. So these are the 4 outcomes in the event E. Then F is told at most 2 heads. At most means I can have no heads, that is tail, tail, tail. And I can get 1 head, that is tail, tail, head, then tail, head, tail, and then head, tail, tail. So here we have 1 head and 2 heads also. 2 heads means it is head, head, tail, then head, tail, head, then tail, head, head. So there are 7 outcomes in the event F. Therefore, the probability of the event F, that is obviously 7 by 8. And the probability of the event E, that is obviously 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2. And then we also need to find the probability of the event E intersection F. So now E intersection F, that set we have to find. So this event has the outcomes, that is head, head, tail is there, and head, tail, head is there, and tail, head, head is also there. So it means 3. Therefore, the probability of the event E intersection F, that is 3 by 8. And therefore, the probability of the event E given F, that would be equal to the probability of the event E intersection F divided by the probability of the event F. So that would be the probability of the event E intersection F, that is 3 by 8, divided by the probability of the F, that is 7 by 8. So that would be 3 by 7. Then in the third part, it has been told the event E is defined as at most 2 tails. So at most 2 tails means I can get 1 tail, 2 tails, or no tails. So no tails means head, head, head. And then 1 tail means tail, head, head. Then head, tail, head, and head, head, tail. So at most 2 tails, at most. So be tail, tail, head. You can get then head, tail, tail, and then tail, head, tail. So these are here are also 7 outcomes. So therefore, the probability of the event E, that is 7 by 8. And we have to find the event F, that is defined as at least 1 tail. At least 1 tail means I can have 1 tail. 1 tail I can have. And then 2 tails also I can have. And all 3 tails also I can have. At least 1 tail has been told. Okay. So therefore, the probability of the event F, that will be obviously 7 by 8. And then we need to find the event E intersection F. So that would be tail, head, head, and then tail, head, 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 tail, head, and then head, head, tail. Then this will be, so we have to find the outcomes which are common in these two events. So tail, head, head, and then head, tail, head, and head, head, tail, and then tail, tail, head, then head, tail, tail, then tail, head, tail. So these are the common outcomes. So therefore, the probability of the event E intersection F, that is obviously 6 by 8. Or you can write it as 3 by 4. And therefore, we have to find the probability of E given F. Probability of E given F. So that will be the probability of E intersection F divided by the probability of F. So probability of E intersection F, that is 3 by 4, divided by the probability of F, that is 7 by 8. So this would be 3 by 4 into 8 by 7. So this would be 4 to 8. So this would be 6 by 7. So these are the final answers. Thank you.